Hey everybody, hello, and thank you for joining our first Cork Cyber Office Hours session. So we've kind of reformatted our release webinars that we were doing just to be a little bit more conversational and enable you all to have the opportunity to get on with our engineering team, and we can kind of answer some questions and have some discussion around Cork in real time. So this will be a standing monthly session. And it's not meant to be like a webinar, but more like another method of communication with our team. So we only have a few slides, so we won't really do like death by slideshow or anything here. But we do want to kind of keep an agenda. So what we'll do is we'll quickly recap our most recent release. So we call it 26.7 because it was in July of this year. And sort of what it changes for you and how you can get value out of the things that our team has been working on. And then from there, the floor is yours for the rest of the time. You can ask whatever questions you'd like. Again, it's about we're going to headline the DNS category, DNS and web filtering category that we've added, plus a few other items. And then anything you want to discuss. So just some suggestions around either platform questions, if you have any questions around mapping, reporting, anything you might be stuck on. We've done a lot with MCP and or any features you might want to see our team build. So it's all fair game. So our team, of course, that builds the product is here. So we have a wealth of knowledge and we can answer whatever questions you have. So just two quick asks. So first, any questions that you have, you can either put them in chat. So just if anything comes up, even if it's not exactly what we're talking about in the moment while Marcus is going through what we've recently released, throw it in chat just so that you don't lose it and we can get to it when we get to the Q&A. So the timing of that doesn't matter. We'll it's better that we capture any questions that might come to mind at any point in time. And you can always like unmute as well. So if you would rather, when we get to the Q&A session, if you'd rather just kind of talk out your question, you can come off mute and we can talk through it with you. So whatever works better for you. And so with that, we'll get into it and we'll move into the July release recap.
Great. Thanks, Bill. So some of the highlights that we have from July. So we expanded our integration category availability into DNS and web filtering. So last month we added DNS filter and Defense X as integrations you can add within that category. We're looking to expand that even further. We have some lined up, such as Cisco Umbrella, Control D, Sophos Intercept X. Um, and if you're using other products, feel free to let us know. We're definitely happy to build out integrations as long as there's an open API that we can consume. Our team is really good at creating new integrations for you guys to have more data within the platform. In addition to that, we also added Zoho Desk PSA. That has the full ticketing capabilities as do the other PSAs. So when new compliance events are created or closed, they can also manage that ticket lifecycle in the PSA. So within that category, we're also looking to even expand further. So some ideas that we have coming down the list include like PAM and also ITDR. So expect future categories of integrations down the line, hopefully sometime before the end of the year. But for now, we're going to try to focus and fill out the DNS and web filtering category as much as we can, just to cover the tools that you folks are using right now. Um, Another thing that we've been expanding on in the past few months has been the software deployment automation. And this is the ability to use your existing RMM tool to either install patches for software or just install new software directly from the Cork platform itself. So right now that supports ConnectWise Automate, Kaseya VSA X, Datto RMM, Ninja RMM, and Microsoft Intune. Some of them have, a little bit of setup, but a few of them are just one click. You might have to modify the permissions of the API credential that you connected into to Cork with. But other than that, you can basically go through the package managers we have available within Cork Vantage, one click install that software to either all endpoints within a client or a specific endpoint. And the neat part about that is all of it's also available through our API and MCP server. So you can use, natural language to basically say, hey, install Mozilla Thunderbird on this client and all of its devices. We also, keeping on topic of the API, we added invoicing and billing API endpoints. So if you ever need to ask questions about a recent invoice or how a line item has changed over the past few months, you can easily do that as well. That's also available in the MCP server. And a variety of improvements and fixes. We've made some great improvements on the automated device mapping. We've also been able to fetch software inventory from Synchro now, which has been on the back burner for a while. We've just been waiting for them to update their API to allow that, and they finally have. So we're also able to now surface software vulnerabilities for Synchro. Um, yeah, I mean, I think that really covers what we've done in July. We're still cooking, a lot of cool stuff this month to continue building on integrations, but also continue building on the software deployment stuff. One of the big things that we're building this month is the ability to have scheduled software deployment automations. So if you want to align that with a particular patch schedule, you'll be able to do that. You can narrow it down to all clients. You can narrow it down to certain types of vulnerabilities. You can narrow it down to even singular devices. So more to come on that towards the end of the month as we, host this office hours again in September. But keep an eye out for our LinkedIn posts, which will have, fresh feature Fridays, and we'll also have walkthrough Wednesdays where we'll post videos and walkthroughs of features that may already exist in the platform, just to keep you guys aware and fresh of, what's changing and what's evolving within the Cork Vantage platform.
Awesome. Thanks, Marcus.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so yeah, certainly if you're not following or connecting to our LinkedIn, that's where we post a whole lot of updates and try to keep everybody connected to whatever we have going on.